What is going on, Michigan fans? Clayton Sayfie here with EJ Holland. We are from the Wolverine.com. It is the eve of signing day for us. You could be watching this on signing day. And make sure to follow us all throughout signing day and beyond at the Wolverine.com. Use the promo code EJ and you get a full year of premium content at the Wolverine for just $50. So that's EJ's exclusive promo code going on right now for a limited time because of signing day, because he's got all the scoops. Um, but this is basically the Super Bowl for you, right, EJ?
Yeah, it's the busiest day of the year. Actually, the days leading up to signing day are kind of wild. Monday and Tuesday are always, filled with a ton of drama. I'm still in Chicago and I was supposed to have left to Detroit hours ago, so it's that time of year.
Exactly. So here we go. We're going to get our final predictions here heading into signing day. It could be an eventful one for Michigan, I guess one way or the other, but the Wolverines with the number 8 class right now in the country heading in can bolster that, can continue that, might lose a guy or two. So we'll get into some of the good possible scenarios here for Michigan and maybe some of the negatives, but obviously there's a lot that's going to happen between what we're recording right now and what's going to be the final result on Wednesday night. So we'll start with Donovan Edwards, the number one recruit on Michigan's recruiting board for such a long time. It was forever ago that you wrote the article saying he was the holy grail for Michigan football recruiting, that he's the guy that they've gone all in on, and they've done that for quite some time. He's looked around. It's Michigan and Georgia really as the top two contenders. Notre Dame kind of came on late with some hype, but it's kind of been these two schools here for a little bit. Think we feel good about Michigan heading in. EJ, what's your feeling here as we will both be at his ceremony 1:30, and we will be streaming that live here on this YouTube channel. But what are you thinking about Don here heading in?
Yeah, I think Michigan's the safe pick. I feel a lot more confident after what I've been able to gather the last few days. I do feel like Georgia is still the biggest threat. Georgia is one of the schools that really scares me from my time covering recruiting down in the South. So I wouldn't be shocked if he goes up there and picks Georgia and shocks some people, but overall, I feel like Michigan's done enough, especially here late. His talks with the staff have been great. His relationship with the other commits in the class have been great. He made the cameo at the big visit weekend. He didn't visit other schools during the dead period, so I think signs are pointing in the right direction for Michigan. And so I would say my final prediction with Donovan is Michigan.
Yeah, I'll go with Michigan as well for the record, everybody. I'll probably just follow EJ because he's the most reliable guy that I know in the recruiting sphere here. So the next one, Xavier Worthy, a guy who's committed to Michigan, but we've talked about him over the last few weeks. Michigan kind of losing that grip on him as he visited Alabama for the Iron Bowl. He saw Alabama post an impressive win over arch rival Auburn. Obviously, Alabama's just a machine. They're the favorites to win the national championship at this point. They got receivers and athletes all over the field. They got a good quarterback in Mac Jones, on and on and on. Nick Saban, the whole machine that they are. At the same time, he's committed to Michigan. He likes the staff. There's a reason why he bless you there. There's a reason why he chose Michigan in the first place. So that's why this is a battle, and he will be announcing live on his Instagram Live his decision between Michigan and Alabama. But EJ, you've been all over this. You were able to talk to him early in the week in an exclusive interview. The only person who was able to get up with him this week. Your thoughts on Xavier Worthy heading in? Your prediction?
Yeah, sorry for that sneeze. It's allergy season. I'm also allergic to cats, and I have one, so that usually messes with me. But anyway, no, Xavier Worthy. My prediction is that he'll stick with Michigan after talking to him, gathering more information. I think Bama really made it interesting, and at one point, I really thought he was going to flip. I mean, I think almost everybody thought he was going to flip. But the Michigan staff did a really nice job of laying out the 40-year plan, having Josh Gaddis talk to him on multiple occasions. The virtual in-home went really well this weekend. And again, I think the class needs credit. The fact that most of these guys have gone through the process and stuck with Michigan despite everything going on really helps and gives off a positive 2 guys that are wavering are uncommitted, and I think that's kind of what happened with Xavier Worthy. And so right now I would expect him to stick with Michigan.
Yeah, I'll take the Wolverines as well. Like I said, I'll probably just be following EJ here on these picks, but um, it just seems like the comfortability there is gonna win out in the end. But we'll see what happens for sure here. And then a couple guys that are on the fence, and we did a video about this last week, and obviously we've kept you up to date hour by hour if you're with us at thewolverine.com. Remember, of course, to use that promo code EJ to get your first year for $50. Just $50, that's half off. And subscribe to this video and all that jazz. But we've had you updated on this thing, and EJ, you dropped some updates on Tuesday afternoon about Brandon Jennings, Jaden McBurrows, both prospects out of Florida. Jaden McBurrows being the cornerback from Miami, and Brandon Jennings obviously being the linebacker from Jacksonville. So the latest on each of those guys individually and what you think is going to happen here.
Yeah, both are kind of toss-ups. We are recording this video at 5:30 p.m. Eastern. And honestly, I wouldn't say I have final predictions for them yet. I think it's really going to come down to potentially by the time you're watching this video, and you're going to have to read the message board over at thewolverine.com. But Michigan talked to Jaden McBurrows today, told the conversation went well. At the same time, Miami maintains confidence. They feel like they've done a really good job with his mom. I think Jaden is a genuinely great kid. I really like him. I think he's truly torn. So I don't think it's a game or anything. I think it's, does he want to stay home or does he want to follow his heart and go to Michigan? And so it's a really tough decision for him. So both schools recruiting him extremely hard. And Jaden has been on the record saying, I love Miami, I love Michigan, and it's going to be close. And that's what I think it is. You heard it directly from his mouth. Brandon Jennings, that's a weird one, man. So a lot of people are like, well, is it good news? Is it bad news that he's signing early now? Because, he originally was supposed to sign early, then said he wasn't going to sign early, and now he is signing early. So, I checked in with both Michigan and Maryland, and both seemed uncertain at this time. Again, 5:30 p.m. on Tuesday, and both seemed uncertain. So I don't think Jennings has told either school where he's going. Sources on the Michigan side called him a wild card. Sources on the Maryland side said it was 50-50, but if they had to bet, they would bet on themselves. So it'll be interesting to see where that one goes. Again, I think, both of these are a coin flip.
And then guys that are uncommitted or, somebody that is committed to another school, I'll kind of ask that leading question, I guess. Who could be the quote-unquote surprise here on signing day? There always seems to be one. There always seems to be the guy that pops up, the guy that people are like, oh, yeah, that's right. He's interested in Michigan, and turns out he had cold feet for the school he was committed to, or, what have you, and ends up a Wolverine, I guess. What are some names to look for that some Michigan fans that maybe haven't been following it hour by hour should look out for and that might pop up tomorrow?
Yeah, so key target along the defensive line, George Rooks, is scheduled to make his decision. He has continually pushed back his decision, as we've mentioned in almost every video. So it wouldn't be surprising to see him push back his decision. If he does decide, my final prediction would be Boston College. If he waits, I think Michigan has a better chance. At the same time, he's so you want to talk about a wild card. He's the wild card of the class, and it wouldn't really be surprising if he picked anybody. But I would lean BC right now. Amarion Cooper is the one that I would say that's one that could happen. He's committed to Florida State. He's been talking to Michigan for months. At the beginning of the fall, there was strong buzz that he was going to flip to Michigan. Obviously, Michigan had a bad year. The Jim Harbaugh contract situation has hurt the Wolverines on the trail, has not visited. So it doesn't really make a lot of sense that he would flip to Michigan. I think the safe pick is on Florida State. But if you knew kind of what I knew behind the scenes, I feel like you would think that this could happen. So if I were at a casino and Michigan was the underdog, which I would say they are the underdog going into signing day, I would bet on the underdog because I think it's one that could be a genuine surprise. Again, I think the favorite is Florida State, and Vegas is always in the business of winning. And so I could understand if you all think he's going to stay with Florida State. I think that's a safe bet, but Michigan's made things very, very interesting there, and I think that's a could be a trendy pick ahead of signing day.
So Michigan would be like the value pick, like maybe a, plus 130, 150. I would take the value there.
Yeah, take the value pick. So
Hey,
that's
I
what
mean,
I
you're gonna be in Detroit or near Detroit and Ann Arbor and all around Michigan here in the next day or so. Head over to Motor City Casino. Head over to Greektown and get your picks in. I guess I don't know if they do recruiting, but um, hey,
I think it's so unpredictable that Vegas doesn't want to get involved. So we'll see.
seriously, changes by the minute here. Very quickly before we let everybody go, and obviously stay tuned at thewolverine.com. Signing day can be crazy, and obviously we'll see what happens, and we'll be all over it at thewolverine.com with our live thread with updates throughout the day. We're going to be at multiple signing ceremonies throughout the day, and check out content on the YouTube channel. We'll be at Donovan Edwards. Let's say Michigan lands Donovan Edwards. They hold on to Xavier Worthy. They're able to hold on to, at least one of Brandon Jennings and Jaden McBurrows. They're able to flip Amarion Cooper. I mean, just how good of a day, I guess, is this going to be for Michigan if it plays out like we think it can? Maybe the best case scenario. I guess how much momentum will Michigan have, and how much of a coup would it be if they're able to, do the things that they're hoping to do, and those guys are grinding in the building right now to pull off.
Yeah, I mean, it would be huge with Michigan landing those guys and keeping the guys they already have. I feel like this class is a top 10 class nationally. They're entering the day ranked number 8 overall, and they can definitely boost that ranking. I mean, you look at Notre Dame, for example, they're in the college football, or they're not in the college football playoff, but they're in the top 4 rankings right now, and they're ranked behind Michigan. So, despite all the questions, despite the horrible season, Michigan is ranked ahead one of its top recruiting rivals that is a top 4 team right now. So, it's kind of crazy, and I think it can help quiet down some of the anti Jim Harbaugh buzz. And again, you have to give kudos to this class and this staff.
Any more final thoughts here heading in to what should be an eventful day that will be all over the place here in the state of Michigan?
No, I'm ready to hit the road, not ready to, wake up at 5:30, but,
Hey,
definitely ready to hit the road.
yep, it'll be an early day, so keep it locked at thewolverine.com, everybody. And like I said, subscribe to this channel, like this video. We'll have content up in video form here on the YouTube channel, and obviously things throughout the day at thewolverine.com. Not just today, but beyond. We got a great plan for everybody, and then we'll start moving on to 2022 again here in the next week or so. But we appreciate everybody watching, and make sure to subscribe here and check us out at thewolverine.com. We'll see you next time.